What's up everybody, it's your boy Doody back again with another video. And that's right folks, your boy Doody is bringing back an old favorite, Doody Helps DSP. That's right folks, and I thought this would be a good opportunity to actually revamp the old series where I try to help DSP and provide him some information, some helpful tips, mainly focused around trying to save the business. That's right. And of course your boy Doody knows that Pig Roach would never take any criticism or advice from a detractor, but I feel obligated sometimes to help someone out. You know what I mean? It's like watching a blind squirrel trying to find a nut, and you feel pity for the person, so you do your best to offer advice. And the other thing too is that Phil loved to talk out of his ass and claim that all the detractors do is just hate on him. They criticize him for everything, they make up stuff, and they're never helpful. They never provide positive, constructive feedback. And I think that's what I'm trying to accomplish with this series. Your boy Doody is trying to offer some advice, some critiques, and maybe some helpful advice for Phil to do better. Because your boy Doody wants everyone to do better. You know what I mean? Even the worst of us have some redeeming quality. Whether it be very small or tiny, you have something small there, and it's difficult to try to find that with DSP, but of course your boy Doody feels obligated to help. So I'm titling this PowerPoint Save the Business, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through DSP Gaming, a little bit of his history, and then I'm going to focus on his highlights, his lowlights, and then I'm going to try to provide him some advice on what he can do to save the business. That's right folks. So of course this is a PowerPoint style presentation, which your boy Doody really loves to do. So because of course your boy Doody is a businessman, and when you're a businessman you feel compelled to create PowerPoint. That's right folks. All right, so let's go to the first slide. All right, so DSP Gaming highlights: 15-year content creator, as Phil always tells us. He streams 6 days a week. Okay, that's not bad. He's married and has a cat. His average yearly income is about 120k a year. That's about a rough estimate. A little bit more, a little bit less, but about 120k. Essentially, more than twice the average amount for an American. That's right. Most Americans average about $50,000 a year. Bill's making over 120,000k, so not bad. And of course, 4th place in Evo, one of his huge accomplishments in his life. All right, folks, we see Phil here dancing, jamming. He's excited to hear that, especially when it comes to 4th place at Evo. Now, let's look at the lowlights. Masturbated to children, of course. That will be on his tombstone, and that's what he'll be known for his whole life. He filed for bankruptcy. Everyone knows that he racked up over $500,000 in debt and needed to file bankruptcy just to save his hide. He has no family or friends. He's an alcoholic. Or former alcoholic. I'm not sure how anyone is a former alcoholic, but we'll give him a little pass on that one. He's a mobile game addict. We all know about WWE Champions and the other ones. He has no savings whatsoever. The man lives tip to tip, not day to day. He lives tip to tip. And cat probably left. Anyway, hashtag where is cat? That's right, folks. Team divorce. Hashtag team divorce too. And he has post-nasal drip. That's right. The affliction that haunts him. Alrighty, so let's look at 2022 to 2023 revenue. Okay, so as we can see here, Phil made in tips so far this year $39,887, and then super chats he made $16,318 for a grand total of $56,205. Now if you compare that to the same exact time period as last year, Phil made $67,094. Wow, that is a huge decrease in income. And again, this is just tips and super chats. I'm not looking at memberships. I'm not looking at ad revenue, just tips and super chats, which are Phil's biggest income sources. I mean, they make up a large portion of his income. And as you can see here, he's down about 16.5% in income. That is tough. That is tough, especially for a man who has no diversification whatsoever in his income. He streams and that's it. He has no sponsorships. He does no ad placements. He doesn't even have a part-time job. All the man does is just stream for tips and super chats, and that's about it. So it's rough. It's been tough. That's right, folks.
it's been tough. You know, my life has been tough over the last decade. It has.
That's right. But I'm pretty sure if you talk to Phil, he'll, of course, will say.
So let's recap the situation. I did nothing wrong, okay?
That's right. He did nothing wrong, and we all know that it's
Devin's fault.
Devin's fault. That's right. Okay, so now that we have a baseline for income, we can see that Phil is doing pretty bad this year. And if you look over the years 2020, 2021, 2022, and 2020, you see a sharp decline in his income. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Okay, so what changed specifically in the last few years? So of course we all know that Phil has been doxing his pay pigs. Jinx, just to name one. Who else did he call out? He's called out several people, and even Haseo and a few other people have just been doxed. I mean, Derek himself, all his information came out. And that's what happens when you're in the vortex. When you're in the DSP vortex and you surround yourself with DSP, bad things happen to you. And the thing is, it's not like they got most of these people got doxed by Phil himself. And what that does is he relies on tips. Everyone knows Phil relies on tips for his day-to-day stuff. And he's lied about PayPal. He's talked about how he gets no information from PayPal. All he does is gets an email and the tip amount, and that's it, which is a lie. He gets your first name and other bits of information, but at a minimum, he gets your email and your first and last name. And we know that because Phil has doxed several of his pay pigs this year. Hashtag justice for Ryan, hashtag justice for Adam. That's right, folks. Several whales have left the farm. That's right. Game Cucker's gone. Jinx, it barely shows up. Rob on Wheels, just people that have supported Phil. Maybe not full whales, but baby whales, like baby dolphins. But they come out and support, and that all adds up. When these folks are gone, that support isn't there. And we all know right now, currently, Phil just has 2 to 3 whales that prop up his channel. And we're looking at you, OIC. That's right. OIC and 1 Minute Man. 1 Minute Man decreased his daily tithe. Now, that's something that most people didn't talk about this year. But I believe it was either towards the end of last year or the beginning of this year. 1 Minute Man changed his tip amount. So before, I believe he used to give $30, and then it dropped to $25, and now it's down to $20. So, I mean, that tells me that even 1 Minute Man is realizing that, supporting Phil is getting difficult. And of course, with inflation, all these other factors coming in, that support is dwindling, and eventually it's going to get to zero, or every so often a tip. And we know with Phil's reaction, like this week when 1 Minute Man's tip came in late, Phil needs that money. He needs that $20 every day to prop up his channel, and if that $20 doesn't come in, he's pretty much fucked. He is, and that is terrible when you have to rely on 1 or 2 people to keep yourself propped up. I mean, that is difficult. And we all know that 1 Minute Man provides roughly $7,000 to $8,000 in support for Phil every year. Your boy Doody struggles with that. He's like 60% sure that 1 Minute Man is either Phil or maybe Linda Burnell, someone close to Phil that is propping up his channel. I'm leaning towards recently more Linda Burnell. I think she secretly is sending him money because, of course, if Dave, his father, finds out, they may end up with team divorce. Because nothing like supporting your 41-year-old man-child by giving him $20 every day. Come on, people. This is, Phil, you're not in high school anymore. I mean, not even high school. You're not in middle school anymore, okay? You don't need lunch money. Your mother should be giving you should be giving your mother $20 every day. That's right. You should be sending a check to your parents every month for a couple $100, like your boy Doody does. Your boy Doody sends a check to his mother every month. That's right. She doesn't need it, but she has it just in case, or whatever she needs. If she wants to buy herself something, I'm gonna tell you right now, your boy Doody gives his mom $500 every month. That's right. I send her a little check every month. I don't even send her a check. I put it in her checking account. I drop about $500 to $700 a month in my mom's account. She doesn't need it, but just in case she does, she'll have it there for whatever she wants to do. And if nothing, she doesn't spend it. She just has a little bit of money saved up, so for a rainy day or something happens. And that's what you're supposed to do as a good son. You're supposed to help your elders. You're supposed to help your parents, not the other way around, Phil. You shouldn't be relying on your mom and your dad to give you money, aka the bankruptcy. Or not the bankruptcy, excuse me, the taxes. That's right. Remember when Phil guilt tripped his mother and lied to her to convince her to give him $4,000 so that he could pay his back taxes. Remember that? It's pretty pathetic, Phil. Anyway, I digress. So the next thing too is watered down DSP Gaming with DSP Right. He watered down. I've been saying this since the beginning of the year. He essentially took content that he was doing on DSP Gaming and he moved it to a different channel, expecting people to pay a separate membership for that channel. At the very least, what he should have done was he should have half the membership. He should have charged maybe $1.99 or $2.99, not $4, $10, and $20 for a dead ass channel. Sorry, folks. And all he did was he took away from what he's known best, which is gaming. Yeah. And then lastly, of course, the Side Scrollers interview. Oh my lord. Big ups to Adam. Big ups to Crag. And big ups to Keemstar too, because he was a big part of it. Big ups to everybody who was part of that Side Scrollers interview, essentially exposing Phil. And he hasn't recovered from that interview whatsoever. I mean, when we look at the moments for 2023, the Side Scrollers interview is going to be number one. That's definitely going to be number one for DSP. That's right. Okay, let's talk about DSP Gaming limitations. Or we should just say DSP's limitations. Paranoia. The man is afraid to ask for help or collaborate with others. He thinks that everyone's out to get him. He thinks that he's going to be exposed. Of course, what it is he's hiding things. When you're a person that needs to hide things from others, you're worried about getting exposed or getting your information exposed. He's been a little bit brazen lately with his phone, showing pictures and stuff like that. But of course, you know, going back to the Side Scrollers interview, he could have dispelled the whole WWE champions in one shot by providing Craig a screenshot of his phone, and of course he refused. So that just spells super paranoia. Now I'll leave the psychology and Phil's psyche to Steve of the Dead. He's the expert there, but this is just something that everyone knows and is clear as day. The second thing, of course, is his gambling addiction. WWE champions, God knows everything else. The man is a gotcha fanatic. No income diversification. I've been saying this for a long time. When you rely on just one source of income and that dries up, then you're hurt. Phil definitely should be getting either a part-time job or he should be doing something to earn extra income, whatever that may be. And I know some folks have recommended that he dual stream on Rumble, which I don't think is a bad idea. He could do Rumble and Kick, and all that's going to do is bring more exposure to him and maybe some more income. And it doesn't cost him anything. No money. See, gambling addiction. The man has no money. Every dollar that he receives, it goes right out of his pocket. And of course, old, outdated equipment. I mean, he can take everything in that room and burn it down, and he wouldn't miss it. Okay, so I'm going to provide 2 ways to help the channel. That's right, folks. The first thing Phil can do, I think, that would help him earn more income is to own the meme. That's right, WWE Champions. He should stream it, regardless of whether he admits that he's a mobile game addict, which the problem is if he does stream it, it'll show his name and all that stuff, and it'll show that he is a mobile game addict. He should just own the meme and say, the hell with it, I'm going to own the meme. Could you imagine if Phil became a WWE Champions streamer, where once or twice a week he streamed WWE Champions? I think it would be amazing. I think it would be a big hit. He would get tons of viewers. He would get more ad revenue. He would get more super chats, more tips, and it just will create more money for him. Even though it may just be temporary, it's still a good shot in the arm for income. But of course, we all know Phil would never do this because he refuses to do anything that would tarnish the 15-year legacy. But that's one thing that can help save the channel. Second, he needs to spend some money. Phil, here, I'm going to help you out here. If you really want to, email your boy Doody, because I know you love email, and I will sit with you and help you out. All I need is $1,000. That's it, Phil. $1,000 and I'll get your shit in order. Get a goddamn PC, Phil. There's no reason why you should have 3 PCs, all of them with your crappiest shit. Throw them the hell out. You don't need any of them. Just throw them the hell out and buy yourself 1 PC. That's right. And your boy Dude is going to show you what to do here. Cable management. God, that disgusting room of yours is just horrific. There should be no reason why you have all those fucking cables just laid out, covered in dirt and cat hair and bubble jizz. I'm sorry. It should not happen. It should be a crime for anyone to live that way. And lastly, update the office or move. And we'll get into that right now. So, right here, your boy Doody is always willing to offer advice and even willing to go out and shop for you. Now, we know that Phil talked about getting a PC that cost $3,000 because he wanted to, you know, future-proof himself. No, Phil, you don't need that. I don't even need that. And I game and stream in 4K and all that stuff, and I don't even need it. I do have it, but I don't need it. You definitely don't need it. You can get, so you're an idiot. And Phil, I say this with kindness and understanding, but you are an idiot. So I'm gonna try to idiot proof this for you. Now, normally I would tell you, hey, go to Micro Center or go somewhere where they actually can build you a PC, and I'd spec it out for you, and it would run you between $7,000 and $1,000 for a PC. But since you're too slow and dumb and lazy, I'm gonna make it easier for you. I got a picture from Amazon.com, which you love, and Best Buy, and I highlighted 2 PCs that could do everything you need. Skytech, which is a pretty good pre-built. They're pretty good. I've recommended them to a few people. I actually had one years ago. They're not bad. They're pretty good. They use good quality products. This right here, AMD Ryzen 5 3600 with an RTX 3050, 500 gigabytes of SSD, 8 gigabytes of RAM. This right here is about $799. This isn't bad. This isn't okay. The price is okay, but this will get you to do everything you need. You can stream, you can game in 1080p 60 frames without an issue. You can record at the same time. You can use your capture card to connect it. You just need to buy this PC and just get rid of all the other shit, the laptop and all of those. Just get rid of them. This right here will let you record, stream, and play games all in one shot. And you can play games directly from this. You don't even need to capture your Xbox because Game Pass, you can use your Game Pass Unlimited directly on your PC. So whenever you're playing Game Pass, you could just do it directly from your PC. If not, you can just connect your Xbox and stream it through your Xbox through a capture card, which is perfectly fine. You can do 1080p 60 frames without an issue. The second PC is the CLX. I like the CLX better. They tend to be a little bit more pricier. The only thing with this one is that it has a Radeon graphics card, which I'm not too big on, but even though for the price, you get 1 terabyte, 16 gigabytes of memory, DDR4, I believe. You get a graphics, you get an AMD Ryzen 7, the CPU, which isn't bad, 5700G, that's not a bad CPU. And you get 1 terabyte versus the 500 gigs. And this one's $769. That is a good price for a PC. This PC will do everything you need to do, Phil, and won't stutter, won't have a problem. This is a great choice. This is a good choice. If you're asking me, Phil, what you should do, I would recommend you just buy this. Now, I would tell you to spend a little bit more money and get a better PC. But for what you need, the minimum, like a little bit more than the minimum, this CLX desktop is perfect for you. Cable management. Look, I even went out shopping for you, Phil. $14.99. This is everything you need. Cables, covers, clips, double-sided sticky holder, everything you need to do proper cable management, Phil. There should be no reason all that. And the other thing too is that once you get a PC, you can get rid of all that shit that you have. You can get your nice little desk, put everything on your desk, have it organized, and you don't need cables running on the floor, 10 feet away from your office. You don't need it. So right here, $14.99. Blackout curtains, $13. Get some blackout curtains, Phil. There should be no reason why you're having sunlight issues. Just black it out, okay? Black it out. $13 here. Okay, what I would do is I would color my walls. I would do a dark gray. Just paint your wall. If you don't want to paint your own room, just paint the wall behind you. Just paint it. A dark gray would be color. That's about $30 for paint. And then stop gaming on your television. Use one of your two monitors to game. I don't understand why you're gaming on a television that's like 10 feet away. It's stupid and not productive whatsoever. Get some lighting. Here's a lighting kit here for $22. That's all you need, Phil. So once you get the blackout curtains, you get the gray wall, and then you get this lighting, dude, you'll be set. Your room and your background will look so nice. And get rid of all that trash behind you. Stop putting t-shirts, stop putting PlayStation boxes, all that. Just get rid of that shit. Just have your wall, nice gray wall, have some lighting back there, and then just you right in front of it. That's all you need, Phil. You don't need anything more. That's good. If you want, you can even spend $25 on a neon sign that says DSP Gaming. You can go on Amazon. They're like 25 bucks. So there you go. All right. So the total cost here for the PC, the cable management, the light kit, and the paint is $870, Phil. That's one night of WWE Champions, Phil. If you're willing to give that up, I think you would greatly benefit yourself. And the other thing too is you're going to save money, because all of that peripheral shit you have in your room, all that shit just wastes energy. Your electric bill must be like $5,000 a month. It's ridiculous with all that shit you have. So if you get a PC, you end up just eliminating a lot of the crap you just don't need. All of those all of those boxes. You sending a signal to your TV and then bouncing it back and then feeding it to your laptop so it can record. You don't need to do any of that, Phil. You get a PC, you could do it all on your PC using OBS, Streamlabs with no issue whatsoever. Lastly, what I wanted to say here is that I took a look at your house. Of course, it's online, public information. And I noticed that you have this room, and I know you've talked about some nook in your room. I'm not sure if it's like a closet or what. I think you may use it like a closet, but this is a picture from your house right here, Phil. And apparently I think this is the way it looked before you bought the house, the previous owners. And this is awesome. This is a great space, Phil. It's small, it's well lit, which you can hide, or it'll give you natural light, which is nice. You can paint that wall again a dark gray, but you see how everything is laid out so nicely. It's laid out perfectly, and it's small, so it helps with sound. So you don't have that, you have those stupid foam things that, for sound. You don't need any of that. This is perfect. Maybe have some painting to kind of so that the sound doesn't bounce. But yeah, if you were to paint this room right here and have a similar setup just like this would be perfect, Phil. You can stream, you can do everything, you can game, and it would look perfect. And to be honest, even if you want to use your stupid ass TV, you could take down that shelf right there and put your monitor right there, right in front of you, the TV. And if you want to game off the TV, then okay, whatever, then do that. But a layout like this is perfect. You see how clean it is? Even though it's small, it's perfect. And again, this picture was taken from the website that shows your house and all that. So this room exists in your house. This would be a perfect room for you. Like me, I talked about my room's like 6x6. It's a media room I created in my basement, just a small little corner, and it's perfect. And I don't have to do anything extra for sound, for anything. It's a little warm. I have a vent that blows out air, and I'm perfectly good and cozy in my media room. So Phil, that's it, Phil. That's it. Nice and simple. Your boy Doody is offering some criticism and some critique, and even willing to help here. So I think, I think I'm being nice here, and I think that my solutions, what I've pointed out, my solutions, and if you're willing to take up or willing to listen and not be pig-headed and do some of this, I think it would benefit you. It would greatly benefit you. But of course, you're probably not going to take any of this advice whatsoever. But anyway, never say, Phil, that the detractors never offer criticism or assistance. That is a lie. Your boy Doody here just spent about 25 minutes doing this presentation, and he spent about 20 minutes researching all this information. So your boy Doody spent nearly 45 minutes trying to help you out, Phil. All right. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out.